I'm now 4 minutes behind. So now it's live. All right, y'all, what's up? So I'm 4 minutes behind because this is my first time using StreamYard. So now I know that it's a button up here that says live. And I was actually talking as if it was live because I just didn't know. So now I know. So basically, I'm kicking with y'all right now. This your boy Hood, man. Welcome to the channel, Hood Films. We are talking today about the situation with Corey Holcomb and Zoe Williams and all the stuff that happened with them and the fact that Corey was on Kraig Fact show yesterday. So I just wanted to holler at y'all about that. But I want y'all to like and subscribe and hit up my page. And thank y'all for checking me out, whoever you are in the world. If you ever get a chance to see the rebroadcast of this, I just want to thank you up front because this channel was a channel that I started a long time ago. But then I kind of was messing around on other apps. I was on Instagram, Facebook, and doing a lot of stuff on those and never really kind of focused on this channel so much. So in this new year came around, I was like, man, I'm dedicating more time to YouTube, man. I just want to get out there and connect with people because I see you can get a real broad audience talking to YouTube. So I said, let me holler at YouTube. So I put my new movie called Killer Rapper out for the free. Hold up, let me say it again. For the free. You can see my new movie right now on this channel called Killer Rapper. You can watch it right after this broadcast if you want to. So like and subscribe and share this channel and all that stuff. And I think I'm doing this right. Now I'm actually going to look and see if I'm broadcasting on any other channel because I'm not, I don't know how to work. Yeah, okay. So I'm on YouTube actually. Okay, best. So YouTube then, let's just use YouTube because I was on this other company, StreamYard, but let's just use YouTube. I guess that's the one we're supposed to be rocking with. I think this is the one we're supposed to be rocking with. It's a delay. It's a fucking delay. Damn, okay. So from StreamYard to this one, it's a small delay. Okay, yeah, because I'm seeing my hands. Yeah, okay. So the other one is activated live. This is my first time doing this, y'all. So you gotta bear with me because I'm just learning this technology. You feel me? I'm just learning this technology. Every time I did it live on here before, I used YouTube, and that's the one I'm familiar with. You know what I'm saying? But I see now. So maybe do I end? No, I guess you don't end the broadcast on this one. You just gotta let them run. So I let them run back to back, and then we'll go from there. Yo, so anyway, the situation I was talking about was the fact that your boy Corey Holcomb went over to Zoe Williams show. I'm sorry, he went over to Kraig Fact show. And I like the situation that's going down because Zoe Williams is going to be on the show tonight. He's going to be on Kraig's Fact show tonight. And so while on the show, you had Corey Holcomb talking, about the stuff, but he didn't really get off right into it. They kind of just talking about all other kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? But some dude on the show, I don't know who he is, and see how the situation is on Kraig Fact show is like they are looking towards him. He's sitting in one side, and then all the audience members, all the other talkers, they sitting on the other side. So all of them are on the other side of Kraig, and he's like pointing back towards them. And he got like about maybe 2 or 3 cameras in there. So it's cutting back and forth to each group of people. And then it cut to him. So it's kind of different from 5150 because 5150 is just like one line and they all just facing the camera. So his is kind of like the camera person got to jump around and to follow who's talking. You understand what I'm saying? So when you see in Kraig Fact show, they talking. They just like, man, yeah, welcome to the show. Everybody saying who they are and shit like that. And blah, blah, blah. I don't know none of the people on Kraig Fact show because I don't really watch the show. I just heard that they was going to be on there. So I was like, let me just peep game on this because I saw Kraig Facts. He said he did like a little short 30-second video before they left 5150 last week. And he was like, yo, I'm going to be on this show. Corey going to come to my show. And then Corey's like, I'll be there. I'm going to be there. So I was like, well, fuck it. If I get a chance, I'm going to check it out. So then I made sure I checked it out because I wanted to talk to y'all about it. So as they talking, they just kicking it. It's a group full of dudes. Everybody, it's like so many dudes. This motherfucker sitting way in the back, like on the couch, and then this dude's all up there with Corey. And dudes on the left. It's just a group of motherfuckers. Like probably about 10 people, 8 to 10 people. That's inside Kraig Fact show. That's all comedians. And so eventually, they talking la 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 la, and then some dude on the show is like a little chubby kind of guy. He snap off. He like, hey, Corey, man, fuck that, man. Elephant in the room. I just want to holler at you about this, man. What's all that shit about? Like, what's Zoe? Like, why was you driving at him like that? Like, what the fuck was your problem? And Corey, he ain't beat around the bush. He like, nigga, I said what I had to say, basically. You know what I'm saying? And dude, he's like, man, but you got a lot of cap. There's a whole lot of cap. You know what I'm saying? You was talking all that shit. Corey like, what you mean? He like, it's cap. Because you talking about you was going to motherfucking whoop his ass on the second show the following week. But that week of the show, you weren't talking like that. He was talking about some, yeah, man. He said, what you mean? He said, when he said, Corey said, what you mean again? And then dude said, when Zoe said, did you want to fight? You ain't want no smoke. And then Corey said, Zoe Williams said he wanted to fight me. And every nigga on the show was like, yup, he said it. He said it. Like every motherfucker that was sitting around, they was like, yup, he said it. He said he wanted to fight you. And dude was like, you ain't want no smoke. And he was like, look, man, my studio, I ain't trying to be fighting no motherfucking body. I ain't trying to be tussling up in my damn studio. But just for the record, I will whoop Zoe Williams' ass. He snapped the fuck off. He went crazy. He was like, I will beat Zoe Williams' ass. And you could tell him. And then somebody on the show was like, he going to be up here next week. And he's like, he's going to be up here. Well, today. He's going to be up here this week or next week. However it's going to be. I guess next week or today's show. And he was like, straight up, okay, well, you could tell him. I'll come up here, call me back, and I'll come up here and I'll beat his ass in front of all y'all. Like, damn. Everybody like, no, man, we trying to make sure. That's when Kraig Facts jumped in and he was like, no, man, we trying to piece y'all out and make sure, because I look up to y'all and I look up to y'all, and I want y'all to piece it out because we don't want that kind of shit to happen. He was Kraig Facts was trying to get Corey to give him advice. No, so what should we do if it was me in that situation? What would be a better way to handle it if I was Zoe Williams and me and you was in that same situation? And Corey just kind of kept it 100. He was like, look, man, let me just keep it real with you. You're a cool person to Zoe Williams. He said, I don't think you're a cutthroat person. Exact words. I don't think you're a cutthroat individual. You don't seem like a person that's trying to be a snake. He said, but that nigga, Zoe Williams, he's a cutthroat nigga. And I know it don't seem like that, but anytime, and then he got back into the point of the fact that Zoe Williams left him hanging when it came to that lawyer. And he said, that's some bullshit. He ducked the responsibility. That lawyer called me asking for that nigga, and he ducked the motherfucking responsibility. And he said, that was foul. How's that my friend? And he said, so it might be harsh. It might look foul to somebody else. But I'm the type of nigga that's going to call a motherfucker out on their bullshit. That's how I am. And I'm a real nigga, and where I came from, that's how we do it. And he said, so that's what I did. So they was like, yeah, okay, la, 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 la. Kraig was trying to stop them from talking so deep about it at that point. Kraig was like, man, come on, man, let it go deeper into the story. We just started the podcast. Let us get deeper into the podcast before we start digging into that. You know what I'm saying? So they tried to make it get back to the point of they shouldn't have gotten so deep into an argument and friendships and how to deal with friendships. But then again, all of them are comedians on there. So then, they start talking about each other, and it can start deviating away from the actual idea of the argument, because they started cracking jokes and shit. And yeah, motherfucker, you big head, and look at your lining and all this shit. And I'm gonna tell you a lot. That really was the best part of the show. The shit about the Zoe Williams shit. I mean, that's why I tuned in. But I'm talking about they got to talking about each other so foul on that motherfucking show. Everybody was saying some crazy ass jokes. I mean, then eventually some female came on the show, Kraig Facts show, where Zoe Williams came on there, because I watched it yesterday, the whole thing. And then some female came on there. I guess she's some lady in LA that do like massages or some shit like that. And the fact that she do massages, she actually they got to talking to her, about all these questions about how much, because that's where I guess where Corey Holcomb get his, he get his best comedy out talking about foul shit you would do to females. So some females can't take that shit, and then some dudes can't take that shit. But it's just comedy, you know what I'm saying? So the lady was able to deal with it. She didn't take it no well. She was just like, "No, what the fuck you talking about?" You know what I'm saying? She like, they basically was coming at her like, "Yeah, the little Zeus show was that shit would have me dying laughing." I don't know. She kind of was dealing with it a little bit, but yeah, I guess being a female, all the questions they was coming at. But Corey again, he was hitting them with some funny ass shit, man. That shit was just so motherfucking funny, man. I was dying laughing on that show, man. I was like, I might have to watch this shit again, because them motherfuckers was crazy. All them niggas on there, everybody hood and a bitch, everybody grimy, talking dumbass shit, wild motherfuckers. And so, but you can see where, and that's what Corey actually said this. He said, see, I like this kind of environment, man. A bunch of real niggas just talking shit. He said, I can thrive in shit like this. He said that phony shit, that fake bunch of goofy niggas like the Zoe Williams, he actually, the further he's gotten away from the Zoe Williams situation, it seemed like he's gotten more angry about it. You know what I'm saying? It's made him more pissed off and shit, especially probably the fact that all these motherfuckers been dissing him and getting on his back about it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, but I do appreciate all the comments and all the likes and all the shares and all the connections y'all been doing on my channel talking about the Zoe Williams and Kraig and Corey Holcomb situation. I saw it and then I knew that that was happening, so I was like, let me watch it again. And I'm not gonna just talk about that. I just watched 85 South, and you know I watch 85 South every motherfucking week for a long time now, and I want to talk about the shit that go on that too. So I hope y'all fans of that, because I'm gonna be hitting y'all with some of that shit that was going on there today. You know what I'm saying? And maybe y'all into that, y'all might watch it for yourself, because they had the Wall Street Trapper and they had Earn Your Leisure. These are all basic black dudes that talk about money and how to gain money and get money. And the Wall Street Trapper, he basically was a young dude who did 10 years in prison. And he got out, he learned about the stocks, and now he's successful as fuck on the internet. You should follow him on it if you're into the stocks and all that shit. He right here called a Wall Street Trapper. And Earn Your Leisure is these two dudes. One was a teacher, one was a financial advisor, but they was homies in New York. And they just kind of was cool with each other, fucking around, being homies over the years. But then they started blending they smarts together, one being a financial advisor and one being a teacher. They jumped on YouTube, and for the last 2 years, they've been teaching people about, you know, interviewing people about financial advice and how to get money and how to get stocks and just that whole world. So basically, they was on 85 South show with Carlos Miller. And if you know about comedy, Carlos Miller is just as funny as Corey. I mean, man, this dude neck and neck. You know, Corey is actually like a legend. But Carlos Miller is funny than the motherfucker too, and y'all gotta check it out if y'all interested in that. And so I was just deviating from the story just to tell y'all about future stuff I got popping. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, the situation with Corey Holcomb and them, he basically was just, you could see that he got the whole anger towards that shit that was going on with Zoe Williams. So I just, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to homies, man, I don't know how y'all pick homies or how y'all deal with homies, but it's a lot of people who mad at Corey Holcomb about busting that dude out on the show. When I look at the comments, people like, man, you don't do homies like that. You fucked up on the bro code and woo, woo, woo. And a lot of that shit is true. A lot of that shit is exactly the facts, you know, but sometimes, you know, and I hate being a young nigga when I was coming up, because they used to always be like, you got to be responsible. You got to hold yourself responsible. Because I used to go on and be like, man, what happened? How you get out of here? How you get kicked out of this place? Man, when they came, they kicked me, they kicked all of us. We got, somebody was like, hey, nigga, why you always talking about we? I'm like, what the fuck you talking about we? He said, every time somebody asks a question, you say we. You don't never say I. You don't never say me. And I'm thinking like, man, I'm 18 at the time. I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? He said, you should take that, because that's making you have self-responsibility. It might have been 8 motherfuckers that affected. It might have been 10 people who went through it. But you keep saying we, like you was all in a group. Nigga, you made your own damn decision in that situation. You decided that. And I was like, damn, I never forgot that. So enough fucking who I am today, when I think about that, and people say, oh, he treated Zoe wrong, he treated Zoe wrong. But check out what Zoe did. You sat around a motherfucker and watched them diss people every single day. Why would you that? Why was it funny to you to see somebody else get shitted on? Was it funny to you? You didn't think you was gonna be a victim of it? You got to kind of take some self motherfucking ownership in that. You know what I'm saying? Why was you doing that? You know what I'm saying? But the fact that you did what you did is what you did. So I just said all that to say that's what was going on that show. It was funny as hell, man. Y'all should go check that out. It's a long show. It's about like 2 hours or some shit like that on that motherfucker. But it's good, and they tried to not come at the Corey Holcomb thing so much, but the way the guy who started off, he tried to come kind of crazy at Corey. He was like, man, you come with a whole lot of cap. You bringing a whole lot of cap when you was talking that shit last time. And dude like, huh? Corey like, what you mean? But he kept it 100 and shit, and then the other guys was like, yo, at least Corey, he came 100 about it. Like he didn't slide off and try to act like he wasn't going to say it or act, you know, be uncomfortable. He came straight forward about that shit. And again, it shows a testament how Corey felt about this shit, because $20,000 was on the line. Now, Zoe Williams' feelings might have been fucked up, might have been uncomfortable. He might not have felt cool. I get you on that. But imagine your situation when you owe a bill. How many times do they give a fuck when they call your house? What about your student loans? Do they feel like if they catch you at the bad moment, they don't give a fuck, they own you? What about your car note? Well, if you don't pay that thing for 2 or 3 times, he come to report that. They don't care if you run outside crying or if you got personal feelings. It's all about being responsible for your actions. And that's why I think that Zoe Williams probably need to check himself on, but he probably did by now. You know what I'm saying? I was just mentioning that about that because I watched the show with them on there just because I follow that comedy and shit funny as fuck to me. That's how I kick it. I don't know if that's how y'all kick it, but that's how I kick it. So I was like, if you come to my channel, I'm going to talk about that shit because that's the shit I like. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate all the likes and subscriptions. And man, this shit, y'all been blowing me up out here, man. I'm like, I had literally like 91 motherfucking subscribers on this thing, man. I was just wondering, like, damn, how the fuck you come up on shit? So I just started talking about the shit that I actually like, the shit that I pay attention to, you know what I'm saying, and watch and just fuck with. And the fact that yeah, a lot of y'all fuck with the same shit, that's kind of like funny to me, because it's like, damn, that's so crazy. You know what I'm saying? We be watching the same shit out here. You know what I'm saying? And had the same attitude about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't trying to say, oh, Corey was he didn't do nothing wrong in a situation like that. You know, because if you look at it, it's like dude was trying to tell him blah 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 blah. But I'm a motherfucker who's been out here in the world, and I know that if a motherfucker owe me money, or if a motherfucker if I got the up on somebody and then he trying to tell me some shit about how I need to fix my life or pray more and all this shit, I'm like, man, what the fuck you talking about when you sitting up here owing me what the fuck you owe me? Don't even come at me with all that. You know, I remember they used to say a line in rap from Jay-Z and them, don't even come to me trying to kick knowledge and shit. Nigga, I don't want to hear all that shit. Just pay up what the fuck you owe and quit trying to come to me with all this, you know, special ideas and shit. I don't want to hear that shit. So that's how I looked at Zoe. I looked at Zoe Williams like he was out of place. I sometimes look at old girl like that too. You know what's her name? Darlene on that show, because it's like you got the opposite. But sometimes it works when the comedy is pressed back because she's supposed to be so dainty and not vulgar and not wild. But then Corey says some ill shit, some wild shit. No other comedian in the world saying that kind of shit. That's what make motherfuckers watch. I'm like, damn, what the fuck you say? That's crazy. And a motherfucker even imagine that kind of joke. And so you pay attention to that shit, you laugh, you have a good ass time. But then somebody like her, I ain't saying she shouldn't be on the show because she made the show with the nigga. So it's like, but you see how sometimes she be cringing at some of the shit he's saying. She be like, oh, what the fuck, man? This nigga said that. Like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, man, damn, why you say that? Like, I can't believe it. So sometimes it'd be funny and shit to see somebody feel the opposite feeling sitting right there. And I be sitting there thinking to myself, somebody gonna tell that nigga, hey, man, don't talk like that around me, man. Stop saying that shit. But they don't do that. They be, you know, they be at that motherfucker kind of like, they don't get involved. They just laugh it off. But if anybody was gonna confront that nigga, it was Zoe Williams and shit. And so it just happened that day over that situation and shit. But like I said, if you're gonna bring up some shit, you need to not be on a motherfucker and debt to a motherfucker. And I was like this, and it's just me, because I am not none of you motherfuckers out here on this earth. Everybody on this earth is different and different humans. But for me, as soon as that nigga would have called me and said, I had to pay $20,000 for this demonstration, I'd have said, don't ask me for another motherfucking dime, nigga. I ain't giving you shit. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I scraped that nigga because I had to scrape that nigga. You had to put 20 up, that's on you. Now, what the fuck you got to say about that? Is we tight or is we not? And they would have had to getting over right at that second. Because for a nigga to be trying to bust me out down the line about some 20 G's, and especially if I ain't got it, nigga, that's fighting words. Because don't be trying to embarrass me. You know fucking well I ain't got no 20 G's. And if I get 20 G's, you think I'm finna get that shit to you? That's why we got to fight over this shit. So you know fucking well you ain't getting a dime out of me. You fucking crazy, nigga. But he walked around to my, I'm gonna pay you. Nigga just said you the weakest link. I'm gonna pay you your money back. I'm gonna pay you your money back. What? Nigga, he disrespected you. Fuck his motherfucking money, nigga. But it's not, I'm not that guy, and I'm not saying you should do that. I ain't saying none of y'all should be like that. I'm not you. We're different humans. I ain't even saying I'm actually gonna be like that. I'm just saying it make me think, like, after seeing it in hindsight, it's like, I don't know if I would have took all that and then been on some, I'ma still pay you your money. I'm like, nigga, fuck you. Nigga, we better talk about this shit off camera over there, and we better do this shit in a manner where it's not disrespecting nobody. We just trying to have a conversation. But look, after it's over with, don't bring it up no more. I ain't gonna bring that up no more. Because you know, and I know that he treated the shit out of Corey. Troy Corcoran treated the shit out of that nigga. But, you know, he took it like a bitch. So that's what it is. But, you know, that's what Corey look at him like, too. He talking about that nigga in such a defiled way, G. It's like, man, it's crazy. He was like, I'll beat his ass. Dude was like, he gonna be on the show next week or tomorrow. And dude was like, well, shit, if he come up here, I'll beat his ass tomorrow. I'm like, damn. Hey. So it don't look like, and that's what he said too. He said, every time that motherfucker, he said, since that $20,000 shit, and he didn't call him for that lawyer, he said, I looked at that nigga sideways ever since that day. That let you know it was gonna come to a head one day. He was gonna get on one day over that same bullshit. So I just look at that shit, man. I just want to holler at y'all about that shit. You know, I want to holler at y'all about that because friendships is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I felt like the older I got, the less motherfuckers I kick it with. When I was a shorty, my father, he was crazy, the motherfucker. And he used to be like, no, He used to tell me and my brother, he used to be like, you know, I ain't got no friends coming to visit me at the crib. We like, no. And he was like, because I don't want no motherfucker coming over my motherfucking house, popping up, drinking, smoking, hanging out around me, talking about the fucking football game. I don't want to do none of that shit. I want no nigga coming through my motherfucking crib. And I was a kid. I'm thinking like, nah, nigga, don't nobody want to be your friend. You mean in the motherfucker. That's what I'm thinking as a kid. But now I'm a grown ass man, and I think about that shit now. Like, do I want motherfuckers coming through the crib all the time with fifths and drinks and cases of beer and shit, smoking, fucking, to get high and shit, falling around, bringing motherfuckers over here trying to fight other niggas when we pop up? I mean, that's how it be when you're around a bunch of motherfuckers. You don't think about this shit offhand, but it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? It might not be you, it might be them. And they getting into it. Now you're like, hey man, what's the name at your crib? I'm finna gonna pop that motherfucker. You're like, damn, he ain't over here. What the fuck? This shit go down in life. You know what I'm saying? So it's sometimes you have to measure that and say, man, do I want like fucking with motherfucker to get myself caught up in a whole bunch of other, or I just be like, I'm just gonna do me. I'm gonna catch up with my life and I'm chasing my own thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how that measurement go for me. You know what I'm saying? I know that dude asked me, said, you think he gonna come back up to the show one day? You think Zoe Williams will come up to the show one day? He said, and do what? Correct me as far as you gonna whoop my ass or something? And then dude like, no, just come up there and just come visit. You think he'll just come visit the show? He was like, he could, he might, but he just better come up here and just sit over there and chill. He better not come up here on no bullshit, because Corey looked at it like this. This is what he was saying. He fought two people on the show. He fought them, or he got ready to fight these niggas. And that's why Corey was looking at that shit. I don't want that around me, because that showed that this nigga's emotional and he can go off at any time over anything. And then I got to pay for that shit. I got to be the motherfucker who he going to duck the responsibility and act like he a victim. He a victim in a situation. What the fuck going on? So, you know, y'all tell me know what y'all think in the motherfucking comment department, the comment section department, all that. And I appreciate y'all watching this motherfucking live. It's my first time messing with Streamwood and doing it through YouTube, because I know that this shit exists, but I was trying to try it out myself because I'm good at films. I fuck with the technology shit. And I got a new show that I'm about to put up. You can see right there. This is the editing program I edit in. It's called LumaFusion. I do it all from the cell phone. You know what I'm saying? So you can see the show. I don't know if y'all can see it that well. It's probably ain't that perfect, but you know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna pop this up there. And this one is about that movie, American Skin. You know, Nate Parker got that new movie coming out with Spike Lee, and it's gonna be dope as hell. It's about a black, what's about like police brutality, like the police come pull over his kid in the car, and it go down in this movie. Y'all seen the trailer, man? Go check that out. So I'm gonna give you my 2 cents on that trailer when I pop this up there, and I want y'all to highlight that. And then we'll try to do a video on that thing I was telling y'all about, 85 South show. Just went off a little bit ago. I'm gonna highlight y'all about that too. So thank y'all for watching, man. Thank y'all for coming to my first live on here. And let me highlight y'all about that Corey Holcomb situation. Let me know what y'all think about that. Let me know what you think. Should Corey Holcomb slap the hell out that nigga? Should he put it behind himself? Should Zoe Williams come shoot that bitch up like the Postal Service back in the day when you be one of them disgruntled employees? They come back like, motherfucker, I hate this bitch. Oh, matter of fact, I seen a movie. I seen a fucking movie. I got to tell y'all about this motherfucking movie. It's called Run, Hide, Kill. Run, Hide, Kill. Some shit like that. It's a little white girl. And she basically take down this high school. These motherfuckers come to shoot up a high school. And some little white girl, she get away and she basically kill the motherfuckers who come to take over high school. It's a big budget movie. It's dope as motherfucker. If y'all hear about it, it's brand new. It's too. This bitch just came out like about 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. It's called Run, Hide, Kill. Run. It's some shit like that. It's 3 words. You'll find it. You put Run and Hide, then the next one's gonna come up, and you'll see it. But I'm gonna talk about that movie because it's dope. And I got another movie I want to talk about. These are all the videos I'm trying to do for y'all, but I'm just gonna tell you right now. One of the movies another movie I'm trying to tell you about is called Don't Tell Anyone. This cold movie. It's cold, y'all. I'm telling you, I try to find the most coldest thrillers, suspenseful shit on the fucking market. So I got you the Run, Hide, Kill joint, and this joint is called Don't Tell Anybody. The movie is about this dude who, these shorties, they're like 19 and 17. They go rob a lady crib, like down the street from their crib. When they rob the crib, low key, what's poppin', bro? Hey, and I saw your shit on Corey. That shit was funny as shit. It was dope. Look, so anyway, they robbed the crib, right? When they robbed the crib, They go, say they some security nigga just pop out on their ass. They just start running. They like, what the fuck? Some security nigga chased them. So the security nigga, he fall in the hole, a big ass hole in the forest area. He fall in the motherfucking hole. So the shorty say, what the nigga, man, where the security nigga chasing us go? They like, man, he fell in the hole. So they go back to the crib like, man, fuck that nigga. So then the little brother like, man, hold on, man, we gotta go back and check on that nigga. They go back to check on the nigga in the hole. The white motherfucker, he fall in the hole. He was security nigga. They check on him. He like, man, help me about this bitch. They like, nah, hold on, fuck this nigga, man. The older brother went wild ass shit. He pissed on the nigga in the hole. Throw a motherfucking a fire hydrant thing down there to try to kill a nigga because he like, if this nigga come up from there, he gonna trick on us for breaking in the crib. Make a long story short, the little kid tried to get the nigga out the hole. When he get up, he find out this nigga killed his whole motherfucking family and a security guard nigga, put the security guard nigga motherfucking outfit on, and he trying to get the money from Shorty and them so he could fucking break out because he know that they robbed his crib next door. It's like one of them twisty, turny ass stories, man. This motherfucker cold, but it's called, what the fuck? I just said the name like 3 damn times. It's a weird ass name because it's like, don't tell anyone. That's the shit. It's like that. Don't tell anyone some shit like that. And they mean it. Don't tell nobody that to do in the hole. It's Koji. See that movie I want to. I'm gonna talk to you about that motherfucker and that last movie and the 85 shit and all that shit else I've been telling y'all about. Thank y'all for watching this, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all. This Hood Films. This the brand. This what I made on the south side of Chicago. Check out my new movie. It's right here on this channel right here. I gave it to you for the free. For the free. It's called Killer Rapper. I wrote it, directed, paid for it, made it, hooked it up in the hood right here in the city of Chicago. You're going to love that motherfucker. It's a hood movie. Oh, hold the fuck on, man. I ain't even start this off with this shit. Look, that's my first book. I just got my first motherfucking book, man. You see that shit? How to Make a Hood Movie, man. I made this joint right here, man. It's a short one. It ain't all that long and shit, but this how it look. These some of the movies I made right there, Raping the Streets. You see this movie? This movie right here, I made this in 2003. That's the other finger though. I made this in 2003. And this me with George Lucas. You know that white dude that made Star Wars? The other one right here, this me with George Lucas and shit. I don't even see how I can show y'all. But anyway, other pages in the book, man. This is my new book, man. Y'all should get my book. It's out. I got it in the ebook format too. It's called How to Make a Hood Movie, man. You need to see this. It's dope. There I go right there, a little table of content. You feel me? Man, check me out, man. And then this is Tell Your Story on the back. This is me from my new movie, Killer Rapper. This is one of the shots right here in the scene. You feel me? So I play in the movie too. Man, get at your homie, man. You see, I'm out here. I'm putting stuff together for y'all so you can fuck with me. You know, I ain't just over here just like talking to y'all about dumb shit. I got a lot of shit going on. And y'all need to fuck with me. This is my first book. So you get this book. This is my very first one ever made, man. I'm talking about I have about 10,000 books in my life, but this is my first one, and you should get it now. It's right there on Amazon, How to Make a Hood Movie. Go put Hood Films inside Amazon, because we out here, baby. Hey, thank y'all for watching, man. I'm going to holler at y'all in the future. Appreciate y'all. Have a great day, man. Thank y'all for the support, too.